Well, thanks for covering the game, guys. Appreciate you sticking around. Um, really proud of our team. Miami is a great football team. Coach Cristobal is, a really elite coach, and I'm just really happy for our team. They stuck with it. Kind of had all the emotions that a game like this could bring. They ran out early and then lost the lead and had the resiliency to keep fighting, keep chopping, as we say. And certainly it starts with the seniors. When we got here, there was a group of guys that we didn't recruit, guys that decided that they were going to buy into what we were talking about and what we were suggesting they do, and they built the foundation of something. So I'm excited. I think they've laid the foundation. Let's see as we keep chopping where we can go with this thing. We're in a great league. I think the best league in college football. And there's a lot of things going on right now in college football. You have to navigate that landscape, but I sure am glad I'm doing it at Rutgers, where I'm supposed to be. My hat is off to our fans. That was incredible. I mean, it really, all week, not just today. I mean, today was outstanding, but all week, every activity we went to, 600,000 living alumni of Rutgers University. And it felt like almost all of them were right here in New York this week. We saw more people. Our players felt more accepted and energized by our alums and fans. And for them to turn out the way they did in mass today, it really felt like a home game. So to the Yankees and Bad Boy Mower Pinstripe, we're very grateful. The week was awesome. They first class, everything they did. And, they're friends. We've known them for a long time now. This is, 15 years probably. They're just really good people, first class. And I'm glad that Miami and Rutgers could put on a good game for them because, bowl games I think are still critically important. I don't buy that they go away. If you were in that locker room seeing those kids celebrate, bowl games are really important. And that'll be a memory for those guys. So, most guys don't go play after college. There'll be a bunch of them that will never play another snap. And that'll be their last memory of football in college. And it's couldn't end any better. So, again, my hat's off to Miami. Tremendous opponent, right down to the wire. But I'm proud of our guys. I'll open up for questions.
Hey, Coach, just carrying this momentum, you got a lot of guys coming back that made announcements to come back, win a bowl game. Do you feel a lot of momentum for this program right now?
I do. Yeah, I do. I think a win here is very important. It's 8 months now or 9 months that we get to live with that vibe, if that's what you call it, right? So I'm really excited about where we're headed. Now it's a day-to-day thing, man. I mean, in this day and age of college football, you gotta work your tail off every second. It won't be much of a break right now. We'll have transfer portal visitors next week, right? So I'm looking forward to relaxing a little tonight, get back to New Jersey tomorrow, and then setting up everything, recruiting, personnel, everything we have to do. But it sure is a lot more fun coming off a bowl championship.
Greg, can you talk about the special teams punt block? I know you put so much into it. It seemed fitting that switched momentum. Talk about what that did for you guys on the sideline and how it kind of changed the trajectory of the game.
Yeah, I thought our special teams did a great job up until that last play, or that last special teams play, right? But, football's a game of momentum, and anybody who tells you it's not really, I think they're living in a dream world. And, we certainly jumped out and grabbed the momentum early, but then it kind of was getting away from us. And we had an opportunity there with a block. I mean, Trevor Yaboa Cody is a classic example of chop, followed by Timmy Ward, who is even a more classic. So the story behind Trevor Yaboa Cody, I coached his dad and his uncle at a different school in Pennsylvania that's in our league. And his dad reached out to me and said, my son's got another year of eligibility. He was a lacrosse player at Brown, really good lacrosse player. I said, let me look at his tape. But all he had was his high school tape. I looked at it. I said, ooh, I wish I got this kid out of high school. He's a really good player. And he came, and he really was a special teams specialist. He was on almost every I think he was on every special team. And you could see the joy that he got by playing football because he hadn't played it for 4 years. Last time he played it was senior year in high school. every practice, every game. And for him to block it, and then the guy that recovered it, Timmy Ward, you local guys know the story, but Timmy Ward, high school kid, gets cancer, beats cancer, comes to Rutgers, and wants to play football at Rutgers, so he starts as an equipment manager. He's an equipment manager for like a year and a half. And he goes to the walk-on tryouts, and my guys who run the walk-on tryouts come to me and say, hey, look, the equipment manager, he can run, he's a good athlete, we ought to give him a chance. I said, yeah, let's give him a chance. And he literally is the brains of the outfit now. He runs the punt block team. He makes all the checks. So for him to recover that and score the touchdown, those two guys are kind of very symbolic of who we are, just a hard-working group. You know, we believe in chopping and doing your work, and preparation gives you a chance when the opportunity presents. So those two guys, I couldn't be more happy for two guys that deserve it.
Coach, what can you say about Kyle Monunga's 163-yard performance tonight?
Yeah, he's special, right? I mean, Kyle, I think he had like 160-something yards today. It's his 7th 100-yard-plus game. I believe I'm right, 7th. But he just runs so hard. I mean, you could see it. You know, and I love when he starts the games breaking tackles like that, you know he's on. He's got it. And, you know, I was really proud of Sam, too. Sam kind of gave him a breather, and Sam ran like Sam that I've seen before. I'm real excited about Sam. You know, he put that one ball on the ground. I'm sure that haunts him, but he's gonna be a great player, too. So, and again, I think Benji didn't get in much. He got a few plays, but I was really happy for Kyle because, you know, to win the MVP and to come back the way he's decided to do, I think we're going to have a real good running back. I know we are. We're going to have a real good running back room. Coach Shaw has done a great job developing those guys, so I'm excited to see where they can go.
So, obviously, you guys have been one of the best rushing teams in the nation, but I was wondering, did you see something in your film work that you thought you could exploit in Miami's defense?
No, we really didn't. I'll tell you, I thought their defense getting ready for them. You know, they do a lot of movement. They jump in and out of fronts. They really are very multiple. So it took every bit of our preparation just to kind of be in the right area. You know, there's some plays today you saw they had some TFLs. They're going to the way that they play defense. They're very aggressive. But I think, you know, it's a testament to our O-line. Coach Flaherty and the offensive staff, they got the O-line to really play with great discipline today. All season, really, but today was really special because the amount of challenge that was on their plate was huge. Tight ends included. You know, I think Sean did a great job. I mean, that's not an easy, against that defense, to play tight end and have to block and cut off all those backside runs. He did a great job. So without seeing the tape, I don't know. But I know when Kyle runs like that, some of those runs by Kyle were insane, though, right? I mean, he came out of nowhere and just popped it out. And out. I mean, that was really good stuff. I'm excited for him.
Greg, after a long journey coming back to Rutgers, what did it mean to stand on that stage as a bowl champion?
Yeah, it meant a lot. Yeah. I mean, you know, we did it before, but that doesn't mean you can do it again. And the it has changed, right? Just going to bowl games and winning bowl games, that isn't the it. So this is a step. As I said, everybody, when we were bowl eligible and then we lost 4 straight, I told them when we became bowl eligible, it's literally a mile marker on the road to where we're going. It's not the exit. And this is exciting, right? This is the start. It's not only the end of the 23 season, but it's the beginning of the 24 season, especially in this day and age. And I think this will be great to fuel us in the wintertime and in the springtime to get ready for 2024. And we better be, because, as I said, we play in the best league in the country.
Greg, this was obviously just another, solid defensive performance. I mean, what kind of have you seen from that unit all year long, and how much the fact that you have so many guys coming back, just the foundation that sets going into next year?
Yeah, I'm excited about our defense. We were able to keep Coach Harasimiak here. He had a lot of attention, a lot of opportunities to leave. He decided to stick around with us, which is huge. He's a great coach, has a great staff. Coach Heatherman really did a great job. Coach Orfeh. I mean, you go down the staff, Coach Lascari. I mean, you're talking about really good football coaches that are getting a lot out of these guys. But I'll tell you what, the players, they believe in them. They believe in what they're being taught. Miami has some explosive athletes. I mean, you look at some of the receivers, and it was a shame what happened to 22 early in the game. He's a really good running back, big. big and strong. I'm not sure what happened, but he wasn't able to play anymore. But yeah, my hat's off. Also, I ought to do this before I forget to do it. The coaches did an incredible job in this preparation. You end the season in whatever it was, November 26th, and they don't get a day off. They've been going straight through recruiting, flying back in to do as much work on the Miami preparation as they can, coach the young guys in developmental practices, and fly back out. Literally did not have a day off, and I'm grateful to them. We got a great staff. Really, really worked hard for this, and I hope that they can take all of about 4 or 5 days off and then have transfer portal come in next week.
Greg, you talked about the coaching staff. I wanted to ask you about Pat Flaherty, how he did preparing these guys for today, and really the whole season rebuilding that offensive line room.
Yeah, Flats, as you know, I go way back with Flats. He's an excellent line coach. I know the kids love him. I mean, he is a quintessential line coach. He lives in that room with them. Everything he does is for them. His wife, Lynn, they're a football family, and they really, really have been a super addition to our staff. Again, to all the wives, right? Because, if your husband's away, he's working every day from the end of the season till today. That's a sacrifice that the wives and families make for our program, and it's not unrecognized by me, that's for sure, and I thank them for that.
Coach, for you personally, you're very close to that Miami program. What does that mean for you and for the program, your Rutgers, to get your program's first win against Miami?
Yeah, I've been on the other end of those too many times, right? I was at Miami and really had a great experience there. Loved coaching at University of Miami. Really shaped a lot of my philosophies when I worked for Coach Davis, and I got to meet so many South Florida kids. That became a huge part of our recruiting at Rutgers, and still is. I mean, you look at all the Florida kids on our roster, and you look at the ones that are coming next year. So Miami's had a big impact on me. I've been on the other end. I mean, my wife was laughing. We were just in the locker room. We were laughing. She said, "You remember that first one? We played him the second game of my tenure here. Steve would remember, 61-0. Yeah, it was quite a humbling experience. So to finally get one against that, a storied program like University of Miami, it does feel good. Like I said, Mario's building it the right way. They're going to be. I mean, you just look at the accumulation of talent that they're getting there, and they work so darn hard. That program's going to go through the roof. But today it was great to get a victory against them.
So we'll finish with Steve, Christian, and Brian.
Greg, you talked about being on the road to where you're going here with this program and this being an important step. Can you take the next step without getting more from the quarterback position, or are you satisfied with what you got from that today?
No, I think, what we did today is we took care of the football. We knew that if we could take it away, and I count punt blocks as a takeaway, right? It's a pick six, really, or a fumble six when you block a punt. We knew if we could win the turnover margin that we felt very confident we'd win the game. And did we play a little tight to the vest? Sure we did, because we felt that was the kind of game we had to play. But we'll develop, like at every position, we'll continue to develop, including the quarterback position, and we'll just keep getting better. That's, like you said, that's part of the develop. Today I thought a developmental program was on display, right? I mean, you look at like some of those young guys, Fama Toure, who you guys haven't seen all year. I love the rule that you can play with guys in the bowl game, and it doesn't count towards their eligibility, right, in postseason. Bo Masco, finally able to play, and boy, did he do a good job. Abram Wright with the interception, right? Nobody's really seen much of Abram. Zaire Ngoy, who's been here a little longer, but he's really come onto the scene the last 4 or 5 weeks of the season, and now in the bowl game. Moses Walker, a guy who I thought, is going to be a great player, and he got to play some linebacker and showed exactly why he was such a highly recruited guy. So, yeah, the developmental part of the program, the pipeline that I speak about, I'm thrilled. Can't wait. And these I love bowl games as a program developer because we had 8 or 7 practices were strictly developmental. That's 7 practices. That's half a spring ball, right? That we got to develop those young guys. They got all our coaching. They were the ones on the video, not the older players and not the guys that had played. So to be able to coach them off of those tapes and to have them all winner, we can make cut-ups for them. It's huge, huge. That's why winning begets winning at this level. When you win and you get to go to bowl games, it pushes it forward. So to answer your question, yes, we need to get better at everything, right? But I don't think it's anymore. Every position has to get better. We need to improve as a program. But I love doing it, with a trophy, another trophy in the case.
You spoke to it right now just a little bit, but consistently throughout this season, you've said yet. We're not there yet. We're not here that yet. How does today factor into yet and eventually turning the yet into what you want to see this program?
Well, yeah, I think, Miami is one of those programs that whether, they're there right this second, I don't know. It's not my place to judge that, but they're a traditional blue blood program, right? And we had an opportunity to win a game against them today. We're not there yet, no. But this is a big mile marker because I think we do a good job in bowl games. I learned from the best. Coach Paterno was the best at preparing his teams for bowl games. You just look at his record. And we do it the same way, right? We work really hard when we work, and then when we don't, it's a lot of fun. And you develop, you have fun, you learn a lot. We learned a lot, right, in this trip together. And then to win, that's what makes it special. So, thrilled.
Final question.
Greg, Flynn and Robert both got hit late on a couple of plays. Just your view on that, and just generally, it seemed like a pretty chippy game, more than a usual game. Did you sense that? And if so, why do you feel that was?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe it's they haven't played in a while. Maybe they had a little extra testosterone stored up, But I didn't really see either one of them. But the guys were screaming on the headset, so I figured something bad happened. But yeah, there was a lot of going on out there today. I was concerned a little bit, but I think our guys really understand that there's a certain way we do things as Rutgers football, and the standard. The thing they hear all the time is the standard is a standard, and it's not gonna. There's no exceptions. I don't care how good a player. The standard is a standard, and I'm glad that they lived up to the standard today. The way they behaved, the way they played, and then the fact that they won the game. So really proud of our team. And like I said, a couple days, and then look forward to keep going down that road, and eventually we'll get to that exit. Just not yet. Thank you, guys.